So, what I want you to consider is that maybe we're here to succeed. Maybe we're here to achieve. Maybe we're here to reach every single one of our desires. Maybe we're here to choose our path and move through it as if it was made for us, completely designed. All of its walls, all of its architecture was completely designed to our liking. And yet again, maybe not. Maybe we're here to suffer. Maybe we're here to push through and aim at targets, push through our desires, and not actually reach them. Maybe sometimes we're meant to get to them and other times we're not. Maybe we're here to learn from our failures more often than experiencing the success and the joy of it, because it does not give us enough feedback when we succeed. Maybe the journey of the hero's journey, and just about every other journey that you choose to go on is meant to come with a significant amount of resistance, significant amount of hardship, a whole lot of pain, and it is your responsibility to then move through all of that. It's your responsibility to experience all of it, yet maintain your focus, maintain your level of self-love, and not let any of it disrupt your well-being physically and mentally. Not let any of it get in the way of you and your loved ones, you and your relationships. Which path is true? Which story is telling the closest thing to the truth? Maybe we'll never know. But what we do know for sure, what I can confidently say as I'm making the video, is that they both come and go. They both have their moments of reality. The joy doesn't stick around. The joy is not always there. It's not always going away. It has its phases. So does the sorrow, so does the pain, so does the suffering. And the more I move through life, the less I feel like I have a whole lot of control over which one of these is really coming at me, coming or happening all around me. So what we can control is our internal state, right? What's happening in this world around is beyond our internal state. It's beyond our control. I can jump into the ocean with 20-something years of competitive swimming background, right? I can jump into the ocean and you might watch me from afar and think this guy is a good swimmer, he's gonna be all right. But what happens from the middle of the ocean to how I can potentially, possibly, if at all, make it back to the shore has very little to do with my skills as a swimmer. Do my skills as a swimmer help? Of course they do. Are they a requirement? Of course they are. They're the bare minimum of what I need to know, of what kind of physical shape I should be in, mental shape I should be in before making such an attempt. But my skills alone have very little to do with my ability to survive. There's so much else going on. Where in the ocean am I? What kind of tide, what kind of current, what kind of wave is coming at me? What kind of weather am I experiencing? What kind of animals are underneath me? And how well can I ride the current? How well can I ride the wave? How well can I remain in peace despite the storm circling around me? That storm circling around you is not just a metaphor of you being out in the ocean. The storm circling around you is literally happening every day I walk out of this door. Every day I step into this world, into this society. Why the rest of the society behaves the way it does, why people treat me the way they treat me, why they react and act in certain ways, why they get grumpy because I cut them off, or they're smiling at me no matter what, why someone rides their bike by me and they think I almost ran them and so they curse at me. Why? None of it matters. Because I'm not here to change the world. Because I'm not here with any sense of expectation that because I behave a certain way, the rest of the world should reward me or should also copy my behavior in any way. Because I did well, the world should do well. That's a nonsense, unrealistic expectation. And if you step into this world with that kind of behavior, because I'm a great swimmer, so I'm going to survive the ocean, and the sharks are just going to know that I'm not delicious food and I'm a good swimmer, I should not be eaten. No. It doesn't work like that, man. It just simply doesn't work like that. So chances are, the lens you see the world through needs to come off, needs to be polished. Because you're not seeing things clearly enough. What you see is a reflection of that dirty lens. And it makes you feel like the whole world is dirty. Maybe it is, but maybe it ain't. Your responsibility is to clear that lens for yourself. Your responsibility is to put the training necessary so that you can potentially at least have a shot at surviving that ride in the ocean. Your responsibility is to create yourself the opportunities to have the bare minimum. It sounds pathetic, it sounds sad, bare minimum. But that's what it is. Compared to the rest of this universe, you are the bare minimum. And that should be the source of your freedom. Because no one else around you, no matter how much money they got, no matter how successful they are, no matter how many circumstances, how lucky they got, compared to the rest of this universe, they are still at bare minimum, just like you. Thank you.